Hello, everybody, and welcome to another chapter of our podcast. We are Angie and Lorena, and today we are going to be talking about a very relevant topic. Do you know what it is?
Yes, of course. It is a topic super close to Christmas, and because, as you know, Christmas is right in the corner, and you will connect a little bit more with this topic that we will be talking about.
Exactly. Today we are going to be talking about Christmas gadgets, and for that reason, we have a special guest that is going to be giving us his experience regarding all this topic that is Christmas gadgets.
And first of all, hi, and it's a pleasure to be here with you today. And yes, of course, I'm going to share some ideas about the topic that you have today.
Yes, of course, it's a pleasure for us to have you here in our podcast. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Of course, but first of all, can you introduce yourself?
Of course, my name is Camilo Ignacio Barrera. I am a teacher in elementary school. I am 27 years old, and of course, I am a consumer on internet.
Yes, and it is important to mention that we are in December and people buy a lot of gadgets related to it. And of course, they usually buy the Christmas tree, lights, and of course, the gifts.
Yes, and Camilo, regarding your experience, what do you think are the cons of buying those gadgets?
First of all, I really love the Christmas season, Christmas Eve, because it's a moment that we can share with our families. But sometimes we're thinking only about the presents and other things, gadgets, Christmas gadgets, that are not the main aspect that we need to have in our minds during this season. It's more than that, it's a time for sharing with the family.
Yes, of course, I agree with you because Christmas it becomes a day. It becomes more to a day in which people give things and not to share with family. So I don't agree with that because the most important thing is to share, not only give and give and give things.
Well, it's really interesting what you are saying. However, that's what Christmas gadgets are created for, don't you think so? Because companies used to create a lot of gadgets for people to buy it. Some of them are expensive, more expensive than others. However, the thing here is that some people believe that the better gadgets you have to help you in the Christmas, the better time you will pass with your family.
Yes, I think so. And in fact, no. Now with these advances with technology, people buy a lot of things on internet, and they buy a lot of things to look their house look better, and not only for house but also for Christmas.
Of course. And now, Camilo, can you tell us a little bit about your experience buying Christmas gadgets? Because as we know, some of them come from the United States. So what can you tell us about this, and how would you compare it with the buying of gadgets here in Colombia?
Okay, it exists a lot of pages where we can find different things, weird things sometimes. Sometimes we can search on internet in this case, but I prefer to buy on Black Friday because it's a time that we have low cost. It's something that we don't have in Colombia. And for that reason, I buy on internet in United States shops.
Yes, well, that's very astonishing because on internet you can find a number of things that you can buy.
Yes, I think that in internet you can find everything. You can find some special gifts for each one of us. So internet it is like an advantage of the internet because you can find everything. And now I think that Camilo has given us his experience. We are very grateful with you to be here, so thank you so much for being here.
Yeah, thank you for your invitation. It was a pleasure. And okay, that's it all for me.
Okay, thank you so much. Okay, now continue with our topic. We want to talk about clothing gadgets, and we want to relate it with Christmas. And it is a tradition that families combine their pajamas with the whole family.
Yes, as you said before, it is really common in all American families to see at Christmas time to see families wear the same pajama or the same clothes, the same sweater with related to the Christmas time.
Yes, they also like to wear caps to do better the look. They also like to buy gadgets on internet, taking advantage of the great discounts that there are on internet.
Yes, in the USA are very relevant the Black Friday discount and the Black Monday discounts because the third Thursday of November it is always Thanksgiving, and in the United States the next Friday it is always Black Friday, and the next Monday it is always Black Monday. So people take advantage of it and they go to the shops to buy clothes, or they just go in line to buy that clothes.
Sure, but I would like to add that they like to buy clothes also depend of the season of the year or the weather, because in summer they usually wear lighter clothes, and it is typical to relate this time of the year with cowboys clothing.
Yes, additionally in winter they also wear caps, gloves, coats, and all of this is because of the cold weather, because it has really low temperatures, and that's why they need those kinds of clothes.
Yes, I think or I consider that it is a great disadvantage for them due to the cold, the low temperatures. But I consider that it will be funny to make snow angels.
Yes, it kind of is a disadvantage because of the low temperatures. I have heard that some of them hate this season because of the temperatures and because of all these things that they have to do. Like, for example, when it is snowing, they have to clean their car, they have to clean the front of the house, and they don't go out because of that. So it is kind of a disadvantage for them.
Yes, I consider that it is a big problem for them. And moreover, I would like to add that United States is a diverse country because there are a lot of people from different countries. So they usually wear different kinds of clothes, different styles. So they are free to dress like they want.
In the United States, it is really common to not judge. Like, people do not feel afraid of go out with certain clothes because they are not going to be judged. They don't care about the other. That's why they wear the clothes that they want. Moreover, on the internet, as I said before, they can find everything. So they dress up as they want.
Yes, and that's all for today. Thank you, dear audience, and Lorena, and thank you so much. That's all.